You ever been catcalled, and what's your worst experience with it?
Yes.
But yes, I have definitely been catcalled before.
I have been catcalled. My worst experience was when I was walking to school with my friends in like year 8 or 9, and there was some builders and they basically just flashed their arse at us.
So I was in town, I was in obviously centre of Notts, and it was around World Cup time, and everyone was a bit drunk, I think, because there was a match on, and I was by myself in town because everyone had left by that point and I was just waiting for a train. I was just like walking literally down like the high street, like it was empty because everyone was in pubs and stuff, and it was a really sunny day and I was just in shorts and a top. This man, I could hear a man like shouting, and I turned to see what it was about, and it was like he was like looking at me, and then he was like, oh, like sexy, like, and all this, and I was like, okay, whatever. But then he started following me, and I was like I was shitting myself because I had never had this before. And he was like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, come closer. And he had like no teeth and it was very scary. And then he was like, come on, why are you being shy? Like, he was like a really scary character. Like, what? Why being shy? And there was no one around. And it was like the centre of Notts, so there was barely anyone around. And I literally bolted in H&M. I was not having it. And I
went out for the first time in a club. And obviously the guy friends were like protective, make sure that no one would, try anything. And apparently like when I was dancing, a lot of like men tried to like dance behind me, and I think I remember just a lot of men touched my hair, like literally touched my hair and just looked into my soul. And I remember when I was going through the toilet hallway, and there was a guy and he literally was with his date, and he literally like touched my hair, but like kept carrying on touching it whilst just looking into my soul, and was like smiling, and it was so uncomfortable and creepy. And that like happened like 3 times that night with different men, and they were all like grown men.
How did it make you feel?
It made me feel uncomfortable.
I was genuinely a bit disgusted. Like, I was just disgusted because I'm clearly young. Like, I was clearly young, and like I felt quite degraded, and like I felt scared in a way to like go out again in like shorts and stuff. But no, it made me feel like humiliated and like not nice feelings.
Really uncomfortable, like really uncomfortable. Like you start to kind of make excuses for them when you shouldn't. Like it's easier said to be like, oh, if a guy does that to me, I'm gonna tell him to fuck off. But when you're actually in the moment, you don't actually know what to do, and you don't know whether to feel like you're exaggerating it or to like try and make excuses for them. So that's how I felt.
What advice would you give to girls to overcome situations like that?
Well, I think it's different for everyone. I just ignore it, but I think when it happens, you've just got to try and find your way of dealing with it.
It doesn't get better, but I've just realised like it's just disgusting men, and it's nothing to do with me. Like I don't think any girl should feel like it's their fault for being objectified. It's just unfortunately something that's happened in society where it's become acceptable to objectify women, and I think you just have to own it, and you have to take that disrespect and empower yourself, because it's not a compliment. It's never a compliment, but it's not your fault at the same time.
I don't know how you can overcome that. Just try and like have that mentality of like just fuck off. Know that you shouldn't feel sorry like that. Like you shouldn't apologize for a man's inappropriate like doing ever.